Do you see signs in synchronicity? Recently in my life, I want to attract a new event in my life, a new chapter in my life. When it closed, I had shot 500 videos for my video series, The 1 Minute in the Now. And I had this intention of the universe that I wanted to start something new. I wanted to teach a longer form video. And I wanted to present a different type of teaching. And I had this intention I set out to the universe. I wanted to attract a filmmaker, somebody that could create more content with me and help me bring this message to a larger group of people. So the universe, when you have an inspiration, it conspires to help you. A sign will show up, a synchronicity will show up in your life. So I set this intention, and lo and behold, I was working with a client, and he was going to sign a lease for me, and long story short, his phone fell out of his pocket in his motorcycle. It was discovered by my friend, my new friend, Alejo, in the middle of the street. And I'm texting this client, hoping that he'll find me to sign the lease, and eventually there's no one picking up. So I call the phone, and after 3 or 4 calls, Alejo, this voice on the other end, picks up and says, "Hey, I found this guy's phone, and I want to return it." So we meet up, and turns out that my friend Alejo was new to town, and he was looking to expand on his filmmaking and become, a greater filmmaker. And I said, how interesting is that? Because I just put a thought out in the universe that I needed to create long form content. And the universe brings me you. So he hands me the phone, and we talk a little about spirituality, and it turns out Alejo had just started this practice of getting into meditation, focusing on the teachings that were coming into his life that he had never noticed before, he had never discovered before. And when the universe conspires with 2 people and it shows them together, that they're meant to be together, usually it happens in a sign. Well, my number of synchronicity, my number of signs is 1111. So after our meeting, I grab the phone, Alejo hands it back to me, and I have the phone, I look down at it, and the number on the phone, the time on the phone was 1111. And I got chills all over my body, and later I text that to Alejo, and he says, "No way." He explained to me, how he knew when he picked up that phone that something magic was gonna happen. There was something, a course of energy went through his body to let him know that there's something more going on here, something bigger moving the pieces around. And the meeting we had after that meeting, about a week later, we had our discussion about how we're gonna shoot videos, how we're gonna help people, how we're gonna spread this message of the Now-ist to the world and help people find teachings and synchronicities and higher levels of awareness and connection to the oneness, and how to get out of time and get out of stress and live in this present moment. We finished that meeting, and I looked at my phone, and the time on my phone was 1:11. So at 11:11 is our meeting synchronistically. Our confirmation of our union, of our connecting together, was 1:11. That's a sign, that's a synchronicity. When these synchronistic things happen in your life, most people just blow them off as happenstance or a joyful coincidence or just a random occurrence. But I'm here to tell you, there's so much more going on than you're aware of. When you can get out of the thinking mind, you can get out of the physical time that you live in, this linear time that we live in. When you can get in the vertical, which is divine time, which is eternal time, which is straight up to God, which is straight up to the universe, straight up out of this linear time. When you cross those two, that center section is the now. So if you're having struggles in your life, if you're feeling like you don't know where you want to go, if you don't have a sign to give you a direction or a way to direct or a compass to follow or a direction or a target, it's mostly because you're caught up in your thinking mind. And if you're so focused on what's not going to happen or what happened in the past that might happen again, that's not being in alignment with divinity. That's not being in alignment with the divine mind. To get in alignment, you have to breathe, you have to let go, you have to allow. And when you can disconnect from the physical world and use your imagination to focus on what you want, that's when the synchronicities come into your life. That's when the signs will show up. It takes this leap of faith into the unknown. It takes this push of your highest self into the unknown. And when you can get there, don't be surprised when things happen like they happened to me and Alejo. When things happen in your life, you're excited about it because you know this is something bigger than me. This is something larger than me. And when you surrender the small self, or the lower self as it's called in many traditions, and surrender to your highest self, and when you can live in that highest self, that's when your timing is good. So if I could be of service to you, I'd like you to go to billymandarino.com or follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm here to be of service to you. Please reach out to me, comment on this video, like this video, share the video. I'm here to be of service. Please Find me and I'll find you.